Now, what does that mean? Let's break that down, because that happens to be my pet peeve. People don't really know. And I was very surprised to see this. People in this country are very good at creating products, wheeling and dealing, but really terrible at running the business because they don't understand the numbers. So what am I talking about when it comes to Amazon seller? I have seen so many Amazon sellers, they take that Amazon deposit that comes in every other week and they book that into their books as revenue. That is not the revenue, right? That is the net revenue. So you have to first post your performance as gross sales, and then whatever Amazon takes out with their commission, FBA fees, post them as expenses so that you can see the big picture. Do not ever take the deposits and post them as sales. You can easily do this with a software like A2X Accounting. It doesn't cost much to sign up for, and it will give you exactly. It will give you the breakdown. It will post it. The second thing that I always say is inventory. You've got to know. So my typical story is this about inventory. If you have, let's say you've got $10,000 in the bank, you know you've got $10,000 in the bank. If one day you log in and you see 9,000, you know where that 1,000 is gone, right? You spent it and you know where you spent it. Now, you take that 10,000, put it into inventory, and then you put that inventory on the shelf at either at 3PL or at Amazon or in your warehouse. But what's the difference? It's the cash, right? Except it's sitting on the shelf. Except that people don't know where the inventory is. What's the value of the inventory left? If you ever ask them, okay, how much inventory are you holding? Well, we count that at the end of the month, every month. Well, counting doesn't really give you, because at the time you're counting, you may have more inventory on the way. You may have already booked it into your books. And so it doesn't make sense. So by counting inventory at the end of the month is no way to manage your inventory. You need to know real time, how much is your inventory worth? I tell you why that's important. It's important because if you are holding $10,000 worth of inventory and your net profit per month is $2,000, that means it's going to take you 5 months before you see a penny from that profit, because it's going to the inventory financing, right? So those are two things that I always care about. Make sure that you're booking your Amazon numbers correctly into your books. And second, stay on top of your inventory. Know how much it's worth at all times. What do you think? Do you see this kind of stuff?
Oh, yeah, no, absolutely. It was a mistake that I made when I got started. I was just throwing everything into the business. And you trust me, if you think you're saving money not doing accounting from day one, it's false. Because if you do what I did, I made a ton of money. I was trying to save expenses, put everything into advertising and products. Then you make a ton of money and you're like, holy crap, it's time to pay taxes. It costs them significantly more money to do accounting when your accounting is jacked up or missing than it is to just start from day one. So like he mentioned, man, keep all of your expenses, keep everything separate, jot everything down, understand inventory. And you got to start as if you planned on exiting this business, because like you're talking about $2,000 worth of inventory. If we're 5 years into business and I have $2 million worth of inventory, well, that's going to affect what I sell the business for, because I'm not selling that 2 million worth of inventory for 2 million. The profit on that 2 million is 2 million. So it's 4 million. So you could make a couple $1 million mistake. So you definitely want to get in order. You definitely want to project. And it's also going to help you with your account health, because if your accounting is off, you don't understand generally how to order inventory, how much you should order, how much you really have worth of stock. And if you run out on a good product, when you get that message that displays, we don't know if or when this product will ever be available on Amazon, your BSR is doing this.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's incredibly difficult to get back up there. And I've been there. I've had hundreds of subscribe and save subscriptions and run out of inventory. And what happens is the minute you run out of inventory, they cut the wire on that subscribe and save. So all that built up residual income you can lose. So definitely make sure you cross your T's and dot your I's.